Hello and welcome back to the Octave Leap cryptocurrency trading series. And in this video, we're going to be discussing how to identify a trend and follow a trend. Now in life, of course, we don't always want to be jumping on the bandwagon and following trends, but when you're trading, well, we have a very different perspective on that. Isn't that right, Nico?
Yeah, exactly. Time.
We could just say the trend is your friend, right?
The trend is your friend, exactly. The trend is your friend, so you want to be trading with the trend. We will see a bit later on, obviously, that trading with the trend reduces the probabilities, reduces the risk, let's say. You have more probabilities to win trade, and you can try to trade reversals when the trend changes from up to down or down to up, where you can break in a lot more profit, but probabilities are a bit less on your side. It's harder to identify top and bottoms, really.
So learning to trade a trend is a very profitable skill in trading, and generally it can lead to more wins as opposed to losses, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So listen up, because this can make you money if you know how to trade. So part of our trading journey is a very important concept. All right. So before we begin, I did have a question from last time. Someone was asking, what platform are you using? Well, anyone can go to www.tradingview.com. And this is a trading website where you can create charts with very powerful indicators, all the charts for different commodities, cryptocurrencies, stocks, markets, you name it. It's pretty much what everyone uses. And the best part is that you can have a free account. So you can get started trading and practicing trading and charting without, sorry, you can't trade on here, but you can practice charting on here and make all your charts without having to actually pay anything. Of course, I do have a professional plan just because they do allow you a little bit more flexibility. But if you go here, you'll have a summary and you can just type in whatever you want. So if you wanted to search BTC, USDT, they're going to give you a list of Bitcoin trading pairs with USDT on many of the major exchanges. So that's how we're creating our charts. And just wanted to let you know that that's a step you can take if you want to follow along with the content that Nico and I are presenting in this video. So now we're actually going to dive in and talk about what trends are. So I'm going to turn this over to Nico as he is the one presenting on this today. So without further ado, Nico.
Hi, thank you. Hello. So today, after having seen the candlestick, we're gonna have a look at how to objectively identify a trend. The objective here will be to know if the market is mainly going up or going down in order to be able to place our trades with the trend. The trend is your friend, as we said earlier. Okay, so on this chart here, we're on the Ethereum chart. I went back a bit in time to have a very nice example. On this chart here, you can see fairly quickly that if we start from down there, okay, we go up here. So that's an impulsive move up, okay? Then we have a pullback around here. Then another impulsive move up. To have an impulsive move, we need to break above the previous higher high, okay? And then another pullback. And then here you can argue that you have an impulsive move here, pullback, impulsive move. But for the sake of making it easier, we're going to go straight all the way up here, okay? So here we can clearly see that we have an uptrend, okay? So the trend is going all the way up because we have a low here. We start from here, then we create a high, then we have a higher low than here, okay, during this pullback, and then impulsive move up, creating a higher high. So we go higher than our previous high. And
So in an uptrend, we have higher highs and higher lows. Is that correct?
Exactly. So
That's
higher high.
pretty easy to spot, right? We don't even need any fancy tools for that. We can kind of just use our eyes and identify that fairly quickly.
Yes, exactly. When your eye is trained, sorry. When your eye is trained, you can identify the trend very easily just looking at the chart. Okay, but at the beginning, it's good to start with some rules, okay? So you can really objectively identify that trend and you can be sure that you are in the right trend, okay? So just to make it a bit easier to follow, markets are going to go like this, okay? So the idea is to identify your first impulsive move up, okay? We are on the uptrend or at the moment. So first impulsive move up, you need to break above the previous high, okay? So here you have your next impulsive move. Same here, you break above the previous high, here's your next impulsive move, okay? And in order to consider that you are still in an uptrend, you want your pullback, okay? So that's when it comes back down. You want your pullback to always stay above the previous pullback, okay? So here, you don't want this pullback to come lower than the previous pullback, okay? You want it to stay above. It can come close, very close, but as long as it stays above and then goes back up and then breaks the higher high, you are still in an uptrend. It's just a very objective way to be sure that you are looking at the right trend, okay?
Sounds great. I
Okay.
think that's pretty easy for people to follow, even if they're just starting out. I think it's nice and light for them. So
Yeah.
right on.
So let's see what's happening now. Here we were in an uptrend. All right. Let's see over what's going on after that. Okay. So here you can see that we are creating a new higher high. Okay. So we broke above the previous high. So that's the next impulsive move. So that's our new higher high. Let's see what happens after that. Oh, here we go. That was our previous higher low. That was our previous pullback, okay?
Wow, that doesn't look like a higher low anymore, does it?
Now, here you can see our previous level has been broken, okay? So after that, we might consider a reversal, which means that the trend might be changing, okay? Let's see if it confirms. Let's have a look a bit further down the line. Yes, it does, okay? Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way even a bit further. See what happens. Okay. So now we can have a look at a new trend forming, okay?
Yeah,
And
that one looks
now,
completely different than the first trend.
exactly. So you can see that we are basically going down. That's the opposite, okay? And when your eye is very trained, sorry, you can really identify that trend going down this time, okay? And now again, to have the same rules as an uptrend to identify objectively a downtrend, okay? You will have a look at it this way. So that was our higher point, okay? So we start from here and we create a low, okay? So that's an impulsive move. Then a pullback. This time the pullback is coming back up because we're in a downtrend, okay? So this time the pullback comes back up, okay? We don't want to see this pullback going above our previous high, which is not the case here. Next impulsive move down. So you can see that here, the impulsive move down, again, it's an impulsive move because we go and we create a lower low. So we go under our previous low. So we create a lower low, then a pullback again. Then we can go here because we are still a bit under. Okay, we create a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so just to make it clear, same thing as earlier. Okay, we can see this. In order to identify objectively this downtrend now, okay, we're going to see our first move down. Okay, so that's our first low. In order to have the next impulsive move down, we need to break lower than our previous low. Okay, so that's pullback. This pullback cannot go above our previous high, okay, in order to stay in the downtrend this time. As soon as we break down the previous low lower low. That's our next impulsive move, okay? And then again, pullback, impulsive move, okay? So each time, oops, sorry, because we break this line, we consider that's our next impulsive move, and our pullback cannot go above our previous pullback in order to consider that we're still in a downtrend.
So in the drawing you made there, it was a pretty clear what the lower lows and the lower highs looked like. But in reality, like on that chart, for somebody starting out, it might be a little bit more difficult to spot where the
Yes.
lower highs are and the lower lows. Is there any tips or tools, or would you recommend, like you did when you use that tool to draw
Yeah.
the okay.
Yeah, I would just draw it to start with. It's a good. It's really a good way just to start drawing it like I just did. So you start here. You could do this. Okay. The idea here, you can go straight down here to start identify your trend. Okay. So that's your lower low. All right. And then it pulls back. So that's your pullback. The next lower high. Okay. And then you want to look at your next lower low, okay, because you're going to break under the previous low, okay? So that's your next impulsive move down, and then your pullback, okay? And so forth and so on. You need to always follow the same rule, which means in order to stay in a downtrend, this pullback here cannot break above the previous pullback. If it was going
What
up
happens
here,
if it did? What does that mean if it did break above that?
if it did break above that, you might start to be considering a reversal in trend, which means that there is a high chance, it's not 100% again, okay, but there is a higher chance for the trend to reverse to a uptrend, okay? If it does, as long as it doesn't break this level, you're okay. You can carry on trading on the downtrend. If you arrive here and then you have a close above and then another one above, you might consider, all right, now I have to be careful. I have to watch what the chart is doing. Okay. I have to really look carefully at the price action and see what's happening because I might be in a reversal. Reversal are good to trade, but it's a lot more risky. Okay. So for now, we're just going to use the adage, the trend is your friend, and just trade with the trend at the moment. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it looks like it could possibly be a higher low. So we have that kind of double bottom thing forming,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
those two.
Yes.
So to somebody's eye, they might say, "Oh, well, actually, that
Yeah.
if you look at the wick, then
Exa-
it might be a little bit higher."
exactly. This really looks like a double bottom. Okay, we go a bit lower, but let's see what happens. Just to have let's see what happens after that. Okay. So if we carry on here, oh, we create a lower low, but then here we go. Okay.
Ooh, look at that.
So exactly as you said, double bottom here. Okay, that can be considered as a double bottom. Okay, it's quite obvious here. And you can see that soon after we have a reversal. Okay, double bottom is going to be a pattern that we're going to look at in the next videos. Okay, but here you can clearly see that you have a very, very clear trend reversal. Okay, because your next pullback closed higher than the previous one. Okay. And as soon as you've got that, you can see clearly on this candle here. If we zoom in, look at that one. This candle here. And that's the candle that breaks our previous pullback here. That was small pullback, okay, but that's still a pullback. And here you can really clearly identify a trend reversal. So for more advanced traders, obviously, you can see that you're like, oh, that's a first sign that we might see something happening. Double bottom here, you can see a reversal, but then didn't confirm it and still went lower. But you still look at that and you're like, there might be something happening soon. And obviously on this candle, that's a good sign of a reversal because this is a big impulsive, big candle up, engulfing candle. All those things we're gonna look at in later videos.
Very cool. So I guess, for people that are trading, the goal isn't necessarily to catch the exact tops and bottoms, right? It seems more like identifying what the trend is, or if the trend is reversing, is probably going to be a more powerful indicator for trading and having success in the long term, right? As
Yeah.
opposed to saying, oh, I need to catch the exact top or the exact bottom.
Exactly. Catching the exact top, the exact bottom.
Yeah, it's like finding a unicorn, right?
Exactly. It's like winning the lottery. Each time you open a trade, it's not gonna happen. What you want to do is, however, is as you follow the trend, okay, you will have a lot of trading opportunities here. As soon as you identify an uptrend, so here you see uptrend that's starting there. So as soon as you identify this, from here, you can start talking about an uptrend. Here you can see that doesn't close, and you've got a lot of trading opportunities all the way up here, okay? And obviously, because there are reversals sometimes, and sometimes reversals are gonna get you, but you've got less reversals than trend continuation, okay? So you've got here on what we are looking, you've got one reversal here, another one here, two reversals, okay? But how many leg up or leg down, if you are trending with the trend, can you trade? You can trade quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the way up, 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 on the way down. So you've got 5 trades here, 5 setups. That doesn't really matter. Wherever you enter this trade, you will be profiting fairly quickly afterwards, okay?
Yeah.
So that's why we said the trend is your friend, because you've got a lot more probabilities to enter winning trades than looking for this point and be like, okay, that's the reversal. I'm going to open a big trade here and get all that leg down. You've got only 2 opportunities here to have the right one. Because if you think here you've got a reversal and you enter a short position, so you bet that the market is going to go down, it doesn't. It go all the way up here.
We'll cover long and short positions in future videos, but
yes,
it's more dangerous to take a short position than it is to take a long position.
Exactly.
Yes. Short position, I said we'll explain this further, but that's basically where you bet and you earn a profit when the price declines in value. But as we've seen with crypto, price can go up many, many multiples. And so your short could go up by hundreds of %, whereas it can only go down by up to 100%. If we're betting in the up direction. So it's safer to bet in the up direction than it is to bet in the down direction as a result.
Yes, it is. But the shorts, basically to bet that the market is going to go down, is as well a good ally when you are in a long bear market.
That's absolutely right.
So
the funny part is by the time people realize we're in a bear market, it's usually closer to the bottom than it is the top. And then they end up putting a short position near the bottom, just like a lot of new people end up buying near the top because every single person they know is talking about crypto, right? It's sort of that mass psychology formation that begins to occur. But through watching this series, you'll be smarter than that. You'll be able to put the emotion aside, put the speculation aside, and actually have probability on your side, so that you can make trades that are more probable to win, which means you're going to win more often, which means you're going to have more profits through trading if you have a structured system and good risk management in place. And that's what me and Nico are doing this whole series for. It's to help educate people that might be newer to trading. So far in the first video, we covered candlesticks. And now in this one, we covered the trend is your friend, trading with the trend. In future videos, we're going to be covering the different chart patterns. And what else do we have that are going to be coming up in future videos?
We have chart patterns. Maybe before that, we're going to have a look at support and resistance.
That's very important.
I believe that's going to be our next video. Support and resistance, and then we're going to start looking at patterns, the chart patterns or the candlestick patterns. When you look at a couple of candlesticks together and what they create, what you can see on this price action, to give you as many tools as possible, okay, in order to basically have more probabilities to win with your technical analysis. And yes, after that, we can start looking maybe at some indicators. But that's going to be, when you start looking at indicators, you are already way on your way.
Yes. Yes, you're probably a degen at that point.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching this video. I hope the information went well. Now, if you do want to trade with us and you get an accelerated learning process and actually take trades with Nico and I, who are more experienced, which will give you both an education and profits along the way, you can join our Octave Leap crypto community. Not only that, but we take everything happening in the crypto market and we put it into very consolidated, concise updates from a number of different places, from everything from the macro environment to crypto news to technical analysis to astrological information. Wow, there's just so much information there, including psychology and mindset, which is 80% of trading. So it's all there on our Discord server, and the link is in the description below if you want to join. We have a free option and we have paid options, which actually are the places where we display our trades and give you a more in-depth education. But of course, you don't have to. You can just keep watching this video series and gain an education for free from doing this. We're putting this out freely, and we're just letting you know what else we offer. In addition to that, Nico, why don't you tell them a little bit about your one-on-one sessions?
Yeah, thank you, David. So yeah, the Discord, to start with, is a very, very good place to come and have a look and have a chat with us and share ideas and ask us anything you'd like. You know, there are a lot of questions that come, so just don't keep them for yourself. Ask your question. The Discord is going to help you. It might help other users of the Discord as well. So do not hesitate. Come and have a chat with us. And then if you want to take your trading to the next level, let's say, I do offer a one-to-one course on a meet you where you are basis. Okay, so to start with, I offer a 15-minute discovery call. That's for free. So you can connect with me and we can have a chat together and see where you are, what are your needs, and what I can offer. Okay, in order to make you a better, profitable trader, successful trader on a long term.
We've got something for everyone. You want an accelerated pace? You want to go deep? We can do that. If you want to continue on with this series for free on YouTube, you can do that as well. All right. So the other thing too is you're going to see an end screen pretty soon. And on the end screen, we'll take you, if you haven't seen the first video on candlesticks, that'll be there. We'll also put the next video in the series on that end screen as well, so you know where to go next after watching this. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, because you do not want to miss updates from Octave Leap. We're here to help you, guide you into the future through innovative business solutions and working with cryptocurrency in a healthy way. So thank you very much, and big thank you to Nico today for coming out here and sharing his crypto love and wisdom. Take care.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone.